The Chinese delegation has come here to seek unity and not to quarrel, to seek common ground and not to create divergence. 7 decades ago, at the Bandung Conference, then Chinese Premier and Foreign Minister Zhou Enlai clearly stated the fundamental philosophy in China's diplomacy, which also set the tone for the Bandung Spirit. That was in 1955, a time when the world still suffered from the aftermath of the Second World War, and the United States and the Soviet Union were deep in rivalry. Amongst such a backdrop, 29 countries and regions from Asia and Africa initiated, convened, and attended the Bandung Conference. This conference and the Bandung Spirit, which arose from it, signify the awakening of the Third World in political awareness. Asian and African countries who uphold the nationalism stepped onto the international stage with an independent stance, and hand in hand, they started the chapter of South-South cooperation. For 70 years, although there have been problems and tensions among the Global South countries, the major trend continues to be negotiations on equal stances, mutual help, and unity in strength. From the non-aligned movement and the G77 in the 20th century, which respectively opposed camp confrontation and appealed to a new global economic order, to the rise of platforms, including BRICS and the Shanghai Cooperation Organization in the 21st century, the Global South countries have constantly voiced their collective concerns and have become a force not to be neglected in the international arena. They're a driver of inclusive economic globalization, a builder of equal and orderly multipolarization, and a proactive leader of mutual learning and communication among civilizations. Take the economy and trade front as an example. Now the Global South accounts for over 40% of the world's GDP. From 2007 to 2023, South-South trade volume has increased from $2.3 trillion to $5.6 trillion. In the next 5 years, it is projected that the South-South trade will contribute about 70% of global economic growth. 7 decades have passed. In 2025, the world is faced with new factors that endanger stability.
我想万隆会议最重要留下来的精神，就是作为曾经被殖民的弱小的国家，有什么样的方式可以能够一直保持自主自觉。
So, faced with the challenges today, we may as well review the key takeaway from the Bandung Conference. Are we still able to safeguard a fair international order with joint hands? Are we developing countries still treating each other with an inclusive and open mindset where we seek common ground while shelving differences? 70 years ago, the Asian and African countries reached a consensus on independence and common development despite their different ideologies and social systems. 70 years later, with the pressure of development, countries all over the world can also think about how to forge new consensus amongst differences and form institutional connections in negotiations. The Bandung Spirit has long transcended the framework of Asia-Africa cooperation and South-South cooperation. It has in fact provided a timeless example for South-North cooperation and even global governance. The dynamism of current changes in the world originates from the South. We hope all the entities can follow the Bandung Spirit as guidance and march towards modernization where there's independence and thriving progress. I'm Su Lu in Beijing. Thank you for watching.